Okay, so I finally introduced the two mice that I got from the same house. They're both female, but they were never kept together. And I'm introducing them a little earlier than I was planning because this girl, from the research I've been able to do and from what I've seen, I'm pretty sure that her issue is chronic itching. She doesn't seem to have any mites. She's pretty lively. Her only problem is she's constantly itching at these scabs and open wounds on her ears. Which I've been putting Neosporin Plus on, which helps for like a little bit, but then she just starts itching again. So I researched a little bit, and a lot of people recommend giving them something new to do. And I figured part of her issue, part of the reason she might be itching so much is because this is the size of cage she's been kept in. I consider this to only be introduction cage size, but this was their permanent home. Each of them had one of these. One of them was in that little 5-gallon, and the other one was in this, which is basically the equivalent of a 5-gallon. And they each had one hide, and then a water bottle, and that's it. And I'd say, for their first time seeing a mouse in the last 6 months, they're doing pretty good. At the very beginning, there's a little bit of nipping and squabbling just because they were confused as to like what was happening, but then they immediately were like, oh wait, this is a mouse. What? And this little girl, who, her back is oily looking because of her medication, but she is loving it. She's just like, please groom me. She absolutely loves being groomed. More than it's really cool. So she keeps on trying to get under the other mouse, asking them to groom her, but the other mouse is just too hyper. And it's just, I mean, imagine somebody always asking you to brush their hair. It's just, brush my hair. But I'm thinking that because of how much she loves attention, I think that she'll be able to get along pretty well with the little white mouse. I think she's just trying to get the other mouse's attention. It's so cute, though. See, her eyes are all closed, and she's all like, please. It's so cute, man. I'm hoping that her constant search for cuddles will outweigh her desire to scratch her ears. And I'm hoping that within the next couple of weeks I can start seeing improvements. And if these guys improve enough, I just might breed them. Yeah, I just might. Only if her ears cannot be covered in scabs, though. Her ears need to be cleaned up. Yeah, she's constantly itching them, as you can see. And because of that, there are giant bloody scabs all over them. She had mites before, and you can see on her back all the areas where like the fur started to grow back. But then, when it comes to her head and her ears, where she can scratch constantly, her ears are just decimated. And the fur isn't growing back. She's just got sores everywhere. Yeah, I'm sorry, girl. That's no fun. No fun at all. I also plan on putting her in a larger cage and giving her a wheel. So she'll have a friend, a wheel, and a larger cage to play around in. And hopefully that distracts her from her constant itching. At least a little bit. If I can start using the Neosporin Plus in combination with all of that, maybe we can stop this. And of course, I may not be able to ever stop it. It could be chronic, just constantly itching, which would be a concern because of infection. So I'm hoping we can somehow get it under control. This little mouse has been in a big bin for the last week, and she is not happy that she is back in this tiny cage that she lived in for so long. She's too hyper for it, man. She's way too hyper. Oh, you just got a little bit of grooming done. Stop itching. You got to see a little bit of the blood on her ear. How fun. You can see that one's super hyper. That one not so much. It's like she chooses a new ear every day. So she lets one heal, goes to the other. And then back and forth, back and forth. It's kind of sad. This little one is busy building a nest. They're the smart one, girl. Itching isn't going to do anything for you. I'm thinking, though, that these guys need at least one more mouse in their colony in order for it to be complete, though. You guys trying to get out? I'll let you guys out in an hour or so after y'all have taken a little nap together. Sound good? And then you can both have a big cage. Mice are such fun pets, guys. If you're ever wondering what it's like, it's a party. You've got neurological disorders, emotional disorders, eating disorders, normal behavior, them being goofs, very social. Just like we get pleasure from, cuddling with loved ones and just relationships in general, these guys definitely get happiness and pleasure from their relationships and friendships. See that? Look how happy she is. She just got groomed for 1 second. She was all like, oh, yes. I loved it. Oh, it's so cute. So these guys are already grooming each other, which is very nice. They still probably don't have the best idea of what they're doing as mice because of how un-mouse-like their surroundings have been for so long, but one step at a time. They at least know about proper nest building. That's kind of built into them. She's trying to act as the dominant mouse in this situation. The little white mouse doesn't appreciate that very much. But they're not hurting each other. This is just kind of what you see with mice. Those little squeaks are dominant squeaks. You also hear them when males are trying to mate with females, and the females are saying no. They're some of the few audible squeaks that mice make that we can understand. Or at least we know kind of what situations they're given in. Anyways, that's all for now. Bye, guys.